that's arrived. How clear this is looking into the sunshine. First impressions are quite good. That's where it's got to go through, into that whole doorway. Right. So, first job will be to get it off the pallet. Perhaps move my car back a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't, if it does topple, it doesn't go over the bonnet of the car. That wouldn't go down well, now would it? That would ruin the day. Milling machine is by default top heavy, whose sole intention when being moved is to topple over, of course, onto somebody. So we'll have to see how we go with that. Quite clean, nice sturdy construction, plenty of metal in it. It's, all the axes move freely. I've tested those out and okay. Wheels are a bit tatty, but then the guys said that on the Lathe's website, that one of the weak points, but I tend to that quite easily. I'll probably take the handles off to move it in, because they're bound to get caught in the doorway or something, and bend the lead screw. Came with it the all important oh, what's it called? You Dumbo Giles, for releasing the drawbar, which is quite unique on this one. They're in the cabinet, all Clarkson, Mills, Reamers, etc, etc. All brand new by the look of it, all from a quality manufacturer. That little vice, which probably is about as much use as a chocolate fire guard. Don't know, I'll have a look at that. No, that will come with something. There's a Clarkson auto lock chuck on it. That's the key for it. The only thing about the Clarkson auto lock is I haven't got the collets for it. And to buy collets for it will cost me an arm and a leg. Didn't pay a lot for the machine, so I'm I was a bit tidying up, cleaning up, sorting out, and we'll see how it goes. Right, so as I say, the first thing to do is get it off the pallet and onto something else so we can get it work and get it through this doorway here into, not far, all enough fit, concrete is firm surface, and that's where it's going over there, where I did build a bench, but I've had to take it down again. So that's that, and I'll speak to you all soon. Right, it's in. A bit of a struggle, but it's in. What I did was, that's some little, that's a pine there with some little wheels off. Gradually worked it off the edge of the pallet. Being careful, for one corner's off. There's mounting bolts underneath it, and slid and bolted in one side. That's support, and then worked the other side off. Drilled and got that in. Same with the other side. And gradually got it off the pallet and just wheeled it in. Not something I'd like to do again on my own, but much work, many hands make light work is the phrase I'm looking for. It won't stay on those wheels, but I can get that off at this leisure when I've got more hands and jacks and what have you. I've got some of these, so I'll end up sitting it on that. Got some of the covers off, the electrics are stripped down a fair bit. There's a couple of kick switches on emergency start, emergency stop, not start, sorry. I've been out to get an inverter. It's a 3-phase job, so unfortunately there's a supplier in the same towns where I live. Newton Tesla, dealt with them a couple of times actually, no connection with them, other than that I live in the same town as them, but good informative people. Check the Clarkson auto lock out with an international 30 I'm not sure if it's International 30 or 30 International. That's spindle up there. That's come out. I also stripped quite a bit off it when I was pull it in, and then the top where the drive is. So I've got something to hold on to as much as anything else. So the covers are off it at the moment, which will give me an opportunity to clean it. A couple of questions actually. The drive variable speed is done by this here, by altering that, which pulls this foot backwards and forwards. Yeah, which is linked to that there, and it's perhaps pivoted there along that axis there, and then goes from there. And I've actually no idea how this drive works. Perhaps somebody can tell me. And then it goes on to that there. So perhaps when I get it running, it'll become self-evident of how it works. But I don't know. If anybody could also tell me, there's no reverse on the machine. I don't know if I'll ever come across one, but I've got an inverter on it, on the machine, so it's easily reversible. I'm just wondering if there's any issues with that kind of drive, as to whether they don't like being run in reverse to the degree you'll end up making a right pig's ear of them. So that's it to date. I think probably the best thing to do, what I want to do now, is to, before I start cleaning it up, is get the inverter wired up to it, spin it over, and check everything's working, etc. I will hook up the actual switches to the actual original stop-starts for the machine. Probably not today though. I'll just get the thing actually working. There is a coolant switch on it. No coolant pump, but there is the coolant tank on the back. No, can't see it low down. But there's actually no pump in that. So I don't even know if there's actually ever one fitted, but the tank's there. It doesn't look like it's had a sign of a lid being on anyway. So it was damned heavy, as you can imagine. I suppose I really took chances shifting it that I shouldn't have really taken, but I did, and got away with it. And if I look back at it now, to be honest, it was, yeah, I got away with it. Not rather than that. I wouldn't do it again, let's put it that way. Hindsight is a great educator. So I'll get it running, hopefully, and come back to you. Cheers. This is where I swear. It's not a dual voltage motor, is it? Can't remember the last time I didn't came across a motor that didn't have the 6 terminals coming out, especially on such a small motor as this. I'll get it running. It won't have the torque that it should have, but I'll get it running anyway. And then over a period of time I'll go in and find the start point of the windings, because they'll be in there somewhere. What a rascal. These things are sent to try as children. See you later. Okay, it's running. See how it works now. Opens that cam and closes that down, pushes that down on top of that, which then makes that narrower. Those are tapered, which then forces the belt further out to higher gearing. This in turn then drops that down to with the spring tension there, which forces that to a slightly smaller. So that's how the variable drive works on it. Right, okay. I'm going to play with it. Sort the motor out so it gives the full torque, or whether it's it should be paraffin time. Probably paraffin time, I think. Yeah, some tea first. Cheers, guys. Hi, a couple of questions, guys. This looks to be so just the angle of the head. I don't know what if anybody's seen that before. What suggestions they have. That's a pin and a main fastening securing bolt. What else was it? Oh yeah, the gears. The 2-speed high and low range of it with the variable drive. Just wondering if anybody would know what kind of lubricant to go in that. So anybody can help me. It's all soaking nicely in paraffin, looks nice and grubby. Having said that, what I thought was a very slight surface rust on the machine, it actually isn't. It's when people use too coolant on it and the cutting oil, and it's just been left on. It's gone like a sticky tar. Sometimes they do. So that's quite good. It's just I'll go and have a play. Perhaps download this or upload it rather to YouTube to view while this soaks handsomely in paraffin, and then we can give it another coat, clean it off, give it another coat. We need a few. I always found the best thing to use with the machine is to clean it, is to actually use it. I know you've got to go into a certain depth before you use it. But I find using it is probably the best thing for actually for cleaning it. So anyway, cheers guys.